Howdy freeze dryers, it's Brian with Retired at 40. Welcome back to the Live Life Simple Kitchen. Today we're going to tackle some freeze-dried yogurt, which has been probably one of the most common things that freeze dryers try. A lot of people try it for their first or one of their first batches, but a lot of people have concerns about freeze-dried yogurt on which type of yogurt to use, the high sugar content of some yogurts. Some people like Greek yogurt and they're not able to get Greek yogurt to turn out. Or in many people's cases, including mine, some people are lactose intolerant or just can't really handle lactose as well as they would like. So my goal with the video today is to kind of cover all ends of the spectrum from yogurt. We're going to do some regular yogurt, we're going to try some lower sugar content yogurts, we're going to do Greek yogurt, we're going to try some blends of different things to see if we can get a better consistency for our finished product. We're going to try some alternative type yogurts. And as usual, I have a couple tricks up my sleeves, so stick around for some freeze-dried yogurt. So let's start this off with the two most common types of yogurt, just your regular yogurt, flavored yogurt, and Greek yogurt. And most people are in one of those two camps. The problem I have with regular flavored yogurt is it's almost always very, very high in sugar, and to me, I just don't understand the unnecessary sugar amount. I like to think of sugar in the amount of measurements. And 1 tablespoon of sugar equals something like 20 to 25 grams of sugar. So most of your inexpensive yogurts that you get at Walmart, Costco, Kroger, they're very, very high in sugar content. So usually one of these has about 20 to 25 grams of sugar. So an entire tablespoon of sugar, just imagine just downing 1 tablespoon of sugar. But the good thing about these types of yogurts is we know they freeze dry well and they're inexpensive. So my solution for an alternative to this type of yogurt is a couple different things. You can do Greek yogurt, which most people do not have very good luck with freeze drying. So today we're going to take a Greek yogurt and we're going to add some things mixed into it to see if we can get it to hold together. You can also do a variety of different kinds of like nut yogurts. Today I have an almond yogurt, and I have a brand called Lava, which is a Pili nut yogurt. I've never heard of it. Be interesting to try that. Okay, let's start this off with an easy one. We're just gonna go with our Fresh Time Greek yogurt, peach flavored. I'm gonna throw it into a bag, and then we're just gonna pipe it into little droplets for what most people call yogurt drops. And then I'm going to label this one on our pre-cut parchment, non-fat Greek. Next up, I want to try some of our dairy-free. I'm going to do our almond yogurt for our lactose intolerant viewers. And I'm just going to do these in drops as well. So I want to show you a shot of what this looks like too. It's kind of soupy, which makes me think that it's probably not gonna do real spectacular. The taste is surprisingly good though. Next we're gonna try this Lava, which is another alternative to dairy. It's a Pili nut, I think that's how it's pronounced, Pili nut yogurt. And this one actually has probiotics in it as well, which if you didn't know, that's kind of the original benefit of yogurt, is you get that kind of that gut health. And this stuff is sort of interesting, it being another nut type. The texture of this is a lot more like yogurt than the Silk was. And this is mango, and it's very mango-y, which is, it's actually really tasty. Low in sugar, at least for a yogurt, 7 grams of sugar. So very last, we're gonna try and get our Greek yogurt to stay together. A lot of people have problems with Greek yogurt that it just kind of falls apart and turns into dust. So I want to try and mix ours 4 different ways. I want to add some Cool Whip. I want to try some Jello. I'm going to do strawberry, but if you wanted to just keep it a plain flavor, you could do unflavored gelatin. I'm going to try some honey, which I know that's kind of a bad word in freeze drying, but it's honey vanilla Greek yogurt, and I'm going to add some vanilla pudding. And then for the last kind of a binding agent, I'm just going to try some chopped up fruit, just directly mixed into the Greek yogurt. I tried the Cool Whip first. I added about 3 or 4 tablespoons to this amount. I think this was about maybe a cup and a half of Greek yogurt. But you can see the most important part is that it changed the texture of this, and it's almost acting like a bonding agent. Next, let's try our vanilla pudding. And I think the biggest concern with Greek yogurt is that you just need a bonding agent to hold everything together. I'm going to start off with a couple tablespoons of this pudding. And I ended up with about 4 tablespoons or half the package of pudding before I realized that I did not use the pudding with the honey vanilla. So we're actually just gonna add the honey vanilla to the fruit. This is probably the least likely to work anyway, so if it doesn't work, then we'll know it's one of those 2 factors. Last, let's do the Jello, and it is sugar-free, but that always comes with a price. I think the better alternative would be to use the unflavored gelatin and then sweeten it up with some natural sweetening stuff like fruits, things like that. I'm gonna use about half of this bag of gelatin. And this tray is ready to go, and you can kind of see, I don't know if it's a reflection of what's going to happen during freeze drying. The pudding is starting to kind of fall down flat, which pudding normally would. Everything else seems to be keeping itself together. Well, we saved the easiest for last, and I'm just gonna do our regular old yogurt, and I'm just gonna go straight onto the tray with it. And I'm gonna use our silicone mats instead of our parchment paper. And this stuff, to me, it just amazes me that it would freeze dry because it's high sugar content. There's a lot of stuff that normally would not freeze dry in any other scenario. But just the regular style yogurt that has a high sugar content, it always has a pretty high probability of doing well. And this is where I'm gonna throw you a curveball, because yogurt drops are great, but they don't really utilize the tray space very well. So what if you just did the entire tray in yogurt, drop down some dividers, and now you have 40 portions, still bite size, but you can pack in way, way, way more. So I have some peach and I have some strawberry banana yogurt. I'm gonna throw everything in the freezer. And if we did our homework right, then all of our variations will turn out right. All right, everything looks good with the exception of some of the stuff just kind of flattening out as it froze. This is a good time to remind you to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and click that bell to get notifications of future videos when they come out every Sunday at 8 a.m. Also, do us a favor and hit that like button. It helps these freeze drying videos get out to future freeze dryers and our fellow freeze dryers. And to get all of your questions answered and more, make sure you check out the social media groups. We have a Facebook group and we also have a MeWe group, and it's just Retired at 40's Freeze Drying Group, and that's just an invaluable resource for freeze dryers. And in those social media groups, we do a free freeze drying giveaway every single week, and we have a huge, I mean huge giveaway coming up, so you're gonna want to check that out. And I'll give you a clue, it's so huge that it's brought to you by Harvest Right and freezedryingsupplies.com. So if you've seen any freeze drying gear on this video or just want to check out the store, make sure you check out freezedryingsupplies.com. And if you want to check out Harvest Rights and freeze dryers, you can use our affiliate link down below in the description. And that affiliate link really helps out with our giveaways in the social media group, and it also helps us at Freeze Drying Supplies develop new products for streamlining freeze drying. And I'll see you when this is done for some freeze dried yogurt. And kind of a longer batch, we ended up at 42 hours, 41 minutes. And I think what I want to do next is actually just taste test all of these, and then on some of them just see if they would actually rehydrate if you wanted to do that, especially just the regular old yogurt, and then I think the variations of Greek yogurt, since that has been an ongoing problem with lots of folks. I'm going to start off with our regular old yogurt. I'm going to take my dividers out of our regular yogurt, and just as I expected, we have a nice little cube for snacking now, so that's pretty sweet. And this particular one is actually pretty dry and crumbly and actually kind of powdery. And I know that results may vary between these brands. A lot of people have said they have good luck with certain other brands. I think this would all do fine if you put them in a ball jar or if you put them in a Mylar. They're not going to bust apart unless you actually apply pressure to them. But I will say that the non-fat Greek that I used is pretty similar. It's not as powdery. It's still a little bit more crumbly than this was, but really I think these little yogurt drops would do pretty well. It was same situation as long as you didn't put a lot of extra pressure on the bag or the container. Let's try our lava Pili nut yogurt next. And these are mango, and I will say these are really, really good. They're not gonna last very long though, I can already tell you that. Pretty much anything that you do with nuts in it, it's just that oil in the nut that's just not gonna let it store for very long, but really, really good. I like it. And I think that's gonna go the same direction with the almond or the silk yogurt, almond yogurt. It's really tasty. In fact, I think these are better in this form than they were when they were in a yogurt form. Okay, last up is our plain Greek yogurt mixed with different things. And really the biggest problem with Greek yogurt is that people say that it is very powdery. And with our Jello, it's pretty crumbly. It's falling apart real easy. And that's kind of unfortunate. Woo, really powdery. So let's go to our honey with fruit in it. That actually worked pretty well. And I think maybe even if you did these, if you pre-froze them in cubes or something, or if you used the tray dividers, I think this would hold together really nice. I really like the fruit in there. And surprisingly, I didn't think the fruit would really hold it together that much, but it must just be just enough to keep it all together. The pudding worked really well also. In fact, this might be the best out of all of the yogurts. And I think if you added some fruit in with the pudding, you'd really be onto something. Pudding I really like. It seems to hold it together really well. It solidifies everything and the taste is really good. Cool Whip, not so much. Total Powder, I think the Cool Whip is probably the worst one out of all of them. Wow, the Cool Whip it's so dry. It's so dry. I gotta get some water. Jello to me, total no-go. Cool Whip, total no-go. The pudding I give a thumbs up, and the added fruit I give a thumbs up. So even though not all of them turned out okay, what you could do with some of the stuff, like the stuff that turned into powder, or some of the stuff that maybe crumbles in the bag or something like that, what would happen if we added the water back in and we could just see if it would rehydrate, and you could just have like some yogurt on the go with no refrigeration. And here's our Greek yogurt with our fruit chunks in it, and I think it actually did pretty well. Here's our non-fat peach Greek yogurt. And it also did very well, and as far as I'm concerned, Greek yogurt is no longer a mystery. You can either use non-fat Greek yogurt, you can put an additive like pudding in with it, or you can put some diced up fruit, or a combination of one or all of those together, and I think you should be good. Our alternative yogurts, the nut yogurts, are a no-go as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't trust them in storage very long. But last, let's taste this rehydrated regular old yogurt. The texture looks right on, and it does really well. So there we have it. I think we solved the problems of what can be done and what cannot be done with yogurts when we solved the Greek yogurt problem as well. I always have fun doing these type of videos because I like being able to do the whole spectrum of one type of food, and hopefully you learned something today. In the meantime, this is Brian with Retired at 40. Remember to live life simple, and we'll catch you next week.